Hello and welcome to another video lesson with Mr. Roman. Today the lesson title is Area of Composite Shapes. So a composite shape is simply a shape that is made up of other more common shapes or other smaller shapes. And so here we look at this L-shaped figure and we can see that it's actually made up of a square, which is going to be here in red. And then it's also made up of a rectangle, which I'm going to highlight in green. So the rectangle and the square. So if we found the area of the rectangle and the square and added them together, that would tell us the area of the composite shape, the total. So here with the green, we're going to go ahead and say that this area is going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So this length here is 16. I'm just literally counting how many spaces across on the bottom, and then 2, 4, 5 at the top. And so we would say the area of this green shape, this green rectangle, is 80 square units. So we're going to measure area in square units. And then the area of the red, since it's a square, we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 by 2, 4, 6. We know that the area of this shape is 36 square units. So then adding those two together, 36 plus 80, you get 116. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in blue. 116 square units as the area of the composite shape. Now, let's say I gave you an example where you've got the shape, but there's not a grid behind it. So it makes it a little more difficult, but we can still use the same concept. So here, I'm going to cut this up into two separate shapes. So here in red, I'm going to use this as a rectangle. And that's going to be 40 times 70, which is going to be 2,800 square units. So I'm going to use SU for square units. And then the area of this other rectangle, which I'll put in, let's say orange here. And that's not a very straight line. So the area of this orange rectangle, well, we know the width down here is 35, but we don't know this length. Well, we can actually find it using the information we have right now. So right now we know that from here to here is 100. And we know that from here to here is 40. So then that means this portion here has to be 60. So we're going to go ahead and put 60 here. And then we can take 60 times 35, which is going to be 2,100. So 2,100 square units. And then the area of the composite shape is simply going to be 2,100 plus 2,800, which is going to be 4,900. And so I'll write that in blue here. So 4,900 square units. And then for other shapes, you may have a rectangle paired with a trapezoid, or a rectangle paired with a circle, or a half circle. Or you might have a rectangle paired with a triangle or a parallelogram. So there's lots of different pairs of shapes that can be composite. And so I'm going to show you some other examples here that are going to go along with this assignment. So starting with number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14. Actually, 14 is the same shape. So in this case, we're just going to have 14. And you can pause the video at each shape to find the area with the picture that I gave you. And this concludes our video lesson.